These problems are going to be some practice for doing ratio and rate problems. So number 2 says, a marathon race is a distance of 42 kilometers. The competitor starts at 8:10 a.m. and finishes at 10:40 a.m. What is the rate in kilometers per hour? The first thing that we want to do is find out the hours. Since we already have the kilometers as 42, we're going to work out the hours. And we're going to do this by figuring out how many hours are there from 8:10 to 10:40. Well, that's going to be 2 hours and 30 minutes. And we want to convert this into just hours. So we're going to work this, let the time equal 2.5 hours. Okay, so we're not going to use 30 minutes. We're just going to use hours because we don't want to mix hours and minutes together. That makes it really complicated. So now that we have our hours, we know that we have our kilometers. So we're going to write our ratio. So it's going to be 42 kilometers per 2.5 hours. Okay, so this is our rate. We want to convert this into kilometers for 1 hour, so that's a unit rate. So to do that, we're going to divide those two numbers. So 42 divided by 2.5. Okay, get your calculator out and do that on your calculator. 42 divided by 2.5, and we're going to end up with 16.8. Okay, what are the units? We need to make sure we write the units. Well, the units are kilometers per 1 hour, or just kilometers per hour. For number 3, we're going to drive 220 kilometers in 2.5 hours. So we're going to write that as a ratio, 220 kilometers compared to 2.5 hours. We want to convert that to a unit rate. Again, to do that, we're going to divide. So 220 divided by 2.5, that works out to be 88. What are the units for this? It's going to be, we see there's kilometers on top per 1 hour on the bottom. So for number 4, we're going to do 350 pounds is going to be 1 unit, and then the other unit is $200. So let's do this as comparing pounds to dollars, and we want to find out how many pounds for $1. So we're going to write this as a fraction, 350 pounds over $200. That's our rate. Converting it into unit rate, we divide. So taking our calculator, 350 divided by 200, and we get 1.75. Now it's important that we don't mix up our rates. This is not dollars per pound, pounds are on top, so we're going to say our rate is 1.75 pounds per $1. Okay, so 1.75 pounds per dollars, not dollars per pound. In science, we use something called density, and density is just a comparison of volume compared to mass. So volume is going to be on top, So I'm going to write this out. Density is equal to volume on top over mass on bottom. So for this particular problem, we're talking about steel. Steel has a volume of 26, and it's measured in centimeters cubed, and our mass is going to be 206.7 grams. Okay, so that represents our mass. The 26 centimeters cubed, which is same as milliliters, is our volume. Once we have our rate, we can use that rate, but generally it's easier to convert into a unit rate. So I'm going to take 26 divided by 206.7. That's going to give me some really awkward number. So it's going to be 0.1. I'm going to round that to 3. And again, make sure you know the units, which way it goes. It's centimeters cubed on top compared to 1 gram on bottom, or centimeters cubed per gram. So 1.13 centimeters cubed per gram is the density of steel.